Welcome to Kalasindhu Academy of Dance and Related Arts. We are privileged to be presenting the premiere show of Shiva Shaktya Yuktaha, an audio-visual presentation of the first three shlokas of the Soundaryalahari, composed by Shri Adi Shankaracharya. The team presenting this evening includes Shri Keshava Prasad, who is scholar and author of an exposition of the Soundaryalahari. He is the Bindu of the team. Geetha Chandrashekar, music composer and vocalist, specially for Soundaryalahari, is the nada of the team. Poornima Gururaja and her disciple, Kumari Lavanthi S. Kumar, the dancers, are the kala of the team. What we would like you to experience is a meditative visual presentation of the first three shlokas of the Soundaryalahari. I will now hand over the mic to Shri Keshava Prasad ji for a brief explanation of the purpose of this presentation and an explanation of first three shlokas.
Namaskara. You can hear me, right? Good evening. Welcome to our program. We call it Nada, Bindu and Kala. There are deeper meanings of Nada, Bindu and Kala when we talk about Shri Vidya. But for us today, Nada, as we know, is the Nada, the music. Bindu, we call as the knowledge. And Kala is everything which is Lalita Kala. Right? So that is Nada, Bindu. This is a great opportunity for all of us, as well as people who have connected through the internet, to experience Soundaryalahari in a very, very unique way. I will start with a small two-line invocation. Vagartha viva sampruptau, Vagartha pratipattaye, Jagataha pitarau vande, Parvati parameshwarau. This is a Mangala Shloka of Raghuvamsha, composed by Kalidasa. The meaning is this: I worship the auspicious parents of the universe, Father Shiva and Mother Shakti, who are inseparable like the Vak and Artha. So Vak is the speech and Artha is the meaning. So Parvati and Parameshwara are like the Vak and Artha. That means I have no other upama to give other than Parvati Parameshwara. Today, Soundaryalahari we are going to experience as the Vak as well as the Artha. So when you hear the Nada from Geetha ji, you will get to hear the Vak with the Nada, as well as you will get the Artha through the Bhava. Similarly, when we experience through the dance is the Vak, the abhinaya is the Vak, and the Artha that you get is the inner Artha. So Shiva and Shakti stand as the Vak as well as the Artha. Shakti is the Vak, and the Shiva, the consciousness, is the meaning that is behind the Shakti. So that is what is our unique integrated experience is about. So Soundaryalahari, as we all know, is a very vast and complex work. Today we will present the first three shlokas of Soundaryalahari. Soundaryalahari is a multifaceted and a very complex work of 100 shlokas composed by Adi Shankaracharya in the praise of the Divine Mother, Parashakti, Goddess Lalita Tripura Sundari. Adi Shankara has composed these sacred 100 verses where he addresses Parabrahma Tattva as the sacred Father, Paramashiva, and the sacred Mother, who both combined are the origin of this cosmos or the universe. We call this as the Brahmanda. Now let us go a little bit deeper, not too much, just a little bit deep, and understand Soundaryalahari. The first 41 shlokas of Soundaryalahari is called as Anandalahari. This is called as the Purva Bhaga. The second part is called as the Soundaryalahari, which is shloka 42 to 100. Together, all these 100 is called as Soundaryalahari. This is a well-known subject. I mean, people know about it. In these 41 shlokas of Anandalahari, Adi Shankara describes the first part, which is called Anandalahari, which describes the Nirguna Parabrahma Tattva, which means, as I earlier said, Shiva and Shakti in the Vak and Artha Rupa are the father and mother of the cosmos. So the Nirguna Swarupa of the Parabrahma Tattva is explained or praised in the first 41 shlokas. Adi Shankara sees the Parabrahma Tattva as the mother, Adi Parashakti or Lalita Tripura Sundari. She is the mother of the universe. She is the creator of this universe. She is all pervasive. She exists within us, outside us, everywhere. She is beyond form. She is the transcendental beauty, the Nirguna Soundarya. The question is, we don't even know what Nirguna is. How can we talk about the Soundarya of Nirguna? Right? That is the first question that we all should ask ourselves. Nirguna Parabrahma, according to Upanishad, says you cannot experience it, you cannot know it. It is beyond everything. And Adi Shankara has composed 41 shlokas to explain this, right? So we will go deeper in due course, but the first 3 shlokas is what I am going to talk about very briefly. Let us begin with shloka 1. Glorifying the glory of Adi Parashakti. So one thing is Soundaryalahari, though it is Parabrahma Tattva Pratipadana, Adi Shankara has taken this from the Shakta Marga and he calls Devi as the embodiment of Parabrahma Tattva. Similarly, if you go to Shivanandalahari, you will see Shiva as the Parabrahma Tattva. However, Shiva is equal to Shakti. There is no difference between Shiva and Shakti. That is what we are going to experience in the first shloka. Though it is the glorification of Shakti, ultimately it is Shiva and Shakti are together. So Shakti is the mother of the universe, and at the same time, Adi Shankara in the first shloka demonstrates the Advaita state of Shiva and Shakti's unity. Adi Shankara says in this shloka, the first shloka, we will go through it. One who has not earned merits or punya, akruta punya, in his previous janma, cannot offer prayers or cannot offer namaskara, or Devi does not even give the mind to think about her. So, we will go to the shloka 1. The first shloka says, Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktaha Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo Nakhalu Kushalaha Spanditumapi Atastvam Aradhyam Harihara Virincha Divirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Katham Akruta Punyaha Prabhavati. If I go through word to word meaning, Devaha Shivaha, that means Lord Shiva, Shaktya, with Shakti as Bhagavati or Devi, Yuktaha, along with or one with, Yadi Bhavati, if the union happens, Shaktaha Prabhavitum, is able to create, Nached Evam, if he is not united with Shakti, Spanditumapi, even to cause a minor movement, na khalu kushalaha, has no power, isn't it? Ataha, therefore, Harihara Virincha Dibirapi, by Lord Vishnu, Hara, that is Rudra, Brahma, we call Virinchi, and other devatas, Aradhyam, prayed or venerated. Tvam, you are. Akrita punyaha, for those who have not earned punya or merits in their previous lives. Pranantum, to prostrate at your feet with surrender. Stotumva, or to sing verses of your praise. Katam prabhavati, how is it possible? O Bhagavati, the full explanation. Arun, now hindi hodre parvailva? Is it to feedback? Okay. O Bhagavati, Shiva, the auspicious one, only if united and endowed with power, the Shakti, he is able to create or manifest the worlds. If he is not, he is unable to even imagine movement. So, how can one such as me, Adi Shankara is questioning himself, how can one such as me, without virtue, who has not attained direct knowledge from previous births, bow down or praise you, O my goddess, who is venerated by all the three deities, the creation, who is Brahma, protection, who is Vishnu, Shiva, who is destruction. Now I want to go a little deeper into the shloka because we will experience this shloka today very beautifully. So to get a little bit of context, let us understand the shloka. In this first shloka, Adi Shankara pays tribute to Lord Paramashiva, who is the father, and also Lalita Tripura Sundari, who is the mother. And he begins the shloka with the phrase, Shiva Shaktya Yukto. And interestingly, he uses the word Shiva first, and then followed by Shakti. Why does Adi Shankara begin his work with the word Shiva? The word Shiva means Mangala or auspiciousness. In Mandukya Upanishad, Shloka 7, where Parabrahma Tattva is described by using the word Shiva to denote Mangala or auspiciousness. The last line of Mandukya Shloka, Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chaturtam Manyante Sa Atma Sa Vigneyaha. That is the fourth line of Mandukya. Adi Shankara has followed the same tradition by beginning any work with an auspicious note. Here Shiva is the auspicious note. When we go back to Mandukya Upanishad, he calls the Parabrahma Tattva is called as Shantam, the peaceful and infinite silence and space. Shivam, which means auspiciousness or Mangala. Advaitam, non-dual. Chaturtam, the fourth. Atma, this is Atma, which means Shiva is the same as Parabrahma Tattva, is the same as Shanta, is the same as Advaita, is the same as Chaturtha, and is the same as Atma. What is Chaturtha? Now, Parabrahma Tattva is considered as the fourth, Chaturtha, which is also called as Turiya. Turiya, when you are in Samadhi, you attain the Turiya state. So, the Shiva Tattva, the Shiva is in the same state as the state that you experience when you are in Turiya. So, which means when I go to Samadhi, I experience the same state as Shiva state, which is the same as the Atma state, which is the same as the Parabrahma Tattva state. That state is what is Adi Shankara talks about, Shiva Shaktya Yukta. That is the explanation of Shiva. So he says Shivam, Shantam, Advaitam, non-dual, which means Shiva Shakti at this state has united together as one. We will see that today. Now let us come to Shakti. Like Shiva, we see Parabrahma Tattva as Shakti as well. In Advaita, Shiva, Shakti are the same. She is a sacred mother called Lalita. We call her Janani. We call her Tripura Sundari. We call her Ichha. We call her Jnana. We call her Kriya, among other names. More importantly, we also see Parabrahma Tattva as a union of Shiva and Shakti. It is not just Shiva, not just Shakti, the union of Shiva Shakti together. Here, Shiva and Shakti are the same. There is no difference between Shiva and Shakti. They are one and the same. They are called as Sama. Sama means the same. They are called Samana. They have the Samata Bhava. There is Samanata. There is Samya. There is Samana also. So Soundaryalahari deals with 5 kinds of Samyas between Shiva and Shakti. If you go into Lakshmidhara Vyakhyana, talks about it. Adhisthana Samya, Anusthana Samya, like that. Rupa Samya, Nama Samya. Shiva and Shakti stand in 5 different kinds of Samyas. Now let us very quickly go to Shloka 2. The Parabrahman and Shiva Shakti both are the same principle. They are the truth, one and the same. Although Soundaryalahari upholds the glory of Shiva and transcendental beauty Shakti, it unequivocally also advocates Shiva Shakti's harmony, equality, oneness, and inseparable relationship. There is no Shakti without Shiva, and without Shakti, there is no Shiva. Shiva and Shakti represent the Aham and Idam. Aham means I, Idam means that. In the second shloka, Adi Shankara continues the narrative of the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, where Brahma performs the job of creation and Vishnu performs the job of preservation and Hara performs the job of destruction. So you must have heard in Lalita Sahasranama there is a nama called as Panchakritya Parayana. There are 5 acts of Lalita Devi. Out of them, the 3 acts are handled by Trimurtis themselves, which is Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Then the 4th one is called Tirodhana. After all the Laya of the Brahmanda happens, she puts everything inside. It's called concealment, Tirodhana. Then the last one is Anugraha, which is blessing. For Brahmanda, it is rebirth. For Pindanda, it is moksha. So all the Panchakritya is handled by Devi herself. Out of that, the 3 works are given to Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. That is what we will see in the second shloka, which says, Taniyam sampamsu tava charana panke ruha bhavam virinchihi sanchinvan virachayati lokan avikalam vahatyenam shaurihi kathamapi sahasrena shirasam haras sankshuddhainam bhajati bhasito dhulana vidhim. Virinchihi, who is Brahma, Tava, from your, Charana Panke Ruha Bhava, lotus feet, Tani Yamsam, very subtle and fine, Palmsum, particles, Sanchinvan collects it, and Lokan, all the 14 words, that is known and unknown, that is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, there is 7 below, there is 7, Bhu, Bhuva, Suvaha, all the way to Satyaloka. All the 14 words. Avikalam, ensuring that they remain stable and unentangled. Virachayati, he creates. That is, Brahma does this work. Vishnu, who is in the form of Adi Shesha. Enam takes all the 14 lokas. Shirasam Sahasrena, on his 1,000 heads. With great difficulty, Kathamapi, with great difficulty, Vahati, carries it. Haraha, Rudra or Hara, Yenam, takes all these 14 lokas during dissolution. That is the third part, which is the destruction, Laya. Sankshudhya takes these 14 lokas and disintegrates into powder, that is, and then Bhasito Dhulana Vidhim smears the powder on his body. That means he does the Bhasma Lepana Karya of the entire universe that he has made into a Bhasma. Bhajati, yes, he does so. Here we say, O Bhagavati, Virinchi, Lord Brahma, gathers the infinitesimally minute dust from your lotus feet and has created this vast universe. Shauri, that is Lord Vishnu, somehow, with great effort, carries this universe with his 1,000 heads in a multifarious way. During dissolution, Hara, having powdered this universe into dust again, smears the sacred ash from the dust onto himself. This is the second shloka. The third shloka, where this dust of Devi's feet, which Brahma collects and creates the universe, has an effect on Trimurtis, which is for the dust from Devi's feet is able to become the entire universe, is the second shloka. The third shloka says, what is the power of the same dust from Devi's feet on a Pindanda like me? The first one was, the second shloka was Brahmanda, effect on Brahmanda. The third shloka is on Pindanda, that is me. So Adi Shankara has created this third shloka of Soundaryalahari as an extension of the previous shloka, as it continues to discuss about the dust particles from her lotus feet. In this verse, there are 4 kinds of people. As Manava Janma, we have born in Ajnana, right? So there are 4 kinds of people. I can say that all these 4 bad qualities are within each one of us. The first one is called avidya. The second one is called jada. The third one is called daridra. And the fourth one is called nimagna. So we'll see all the 4 today enacted very beautifully. Avidyana means for the spiritually ignorant people, the dust particles from your lotus feet have the power to remove the darkness of spiritual ignorance. They are compared to the islands of 1,000 suns that dispel darkness from within our antakarana. Jadanam, that means for people who are impoverished with ailment called as inaction, inertia, or laziness. The fragrance emanating from the dust is equivalent to the flow of honey, that is Sruti Jari, from a bouquet of flowers of consciousness, that is Chaitanya. She is the consciousness, he is the consciousness. So that is what it is. Daridranam, for the poor, here meaning the poor, people who are poor in karmic values. These dusts act like Chintamanika Mala. Finally, Nimagnanam, for those who are deeply immersed in the ocean of material world, either samsara in this janma or transmigration, which means taking multiple janmas, that is punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam, till reaching moksha. She is like the tusk of Varaha, the boar, which is a third incarnation of Vishnu. The shloka goes this way: Avidyanam antastimira mihira dvipa nagari, jadanam chaitanya stabaka makaranda sruti jhari, daridranam chintamani gunanika janma jaladhau, nimagnanam damshtra muraripu varahasya bhavati. Oh, the mother of the universe, Avidyanam, the speck of dust from your lotus feet, Avidyanam, for those who are ignorant, Antastimira Mihira Dvipa Nagari, with spiritual internal ignorance, is like an island of sun. Jadanam, for those who are lethargic and with inertia, Chaitanya Stabaka Makaranda Srutijari, she is in the form of a flow of the essence of the honey from the bouquet of flowers of consciousness. Daridranam, for the poor, Chintamani Gunanika, she is a pile of precious Chintamani beads which possess the ability to bestow whatever is desired by the person. Janma Jaladhau, in the ocean called Samsara, the cycles of births and deaths. Nimagnanam, to those who are immersed in, drowned in the worldly life. Muraripu Varahasya. Muraripu means Vishnu, who is the enemy of the Mura. Varahasya, taking the form of Varaha, the boar, Damshtra, like a tusk of the boar, Bhavati, she is. Here we are saying, O Bhagavati, that's the prayer. For the inner darkness of the spiritually ignorant, this dust from your lotus feet is an island city of rising suns to dispel the darkness of their mind. For the dull ones, this dust is the flowing stream of honey, of cluster, of pure intelligence, that is Gnana Chaitanya. Chaitanyarghya Samaradhya. That's the name in Lalita Sahasranama, right? So Chaitanya the Arghya. So she is the, and Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta. So that is the meaning. She is from the Chit Agni. So she is the stream of consciousness. For the impoverished and needy, this dust is the necklace of Chintamani, the gem that yields all that is desired. For those who are immersed in the ocean of births, it is the tusk of the boar, Vishnu's third avatara, called as Varaha, the enemy of Mura. With this, I have completed my Gnana part in a very brief time. Now let us experience the Vak and the Artha of the first 3 shlokas of Soundaryalahari via the Nada, the music, and Kala, which is the abhinaya. With this, I hand over the program to Geetha ji and Poornima ji, who will take us through the experience. Thank you very much.
We will now demonstrate the hastas for a better understanding of dance aspect of the presentation.
The first hastas will be of Shiva and Devi. The first one is with Shikhara and Pataka. The next one is Nataraja. The third one is Mangala, which represents the Kalasham. For Devi, we'll be using Kataka Mukha and Ardha Chandra, which, and both hands Ardha Chandra, which will be representing the Abhaya and the Varada Hasta. The next is of Shri Raja Rajeshwari, who holds the sugar cane as her bow and 5 Panchabana, 5 flower arrows as her banas. The next is showing each other's Chit Shakti, where Shiva and Devi, they both show each other's Chit Shakti. The next is the creation of the universe when they come together. The next hastas are of the Trimurti, Hari, Hara, and Brahma. Hari, Shankha Chakra, and Gada Padma. Of Hara, same as Shiva. Then of Brahma, the creator, who is 4-faced. The next is of who is Shauri, a word that comes in the second shloka. Shauri is also Vishnu, and this is the Sahasra Shirasa. The next is the Varaha Avatara of Devi, an equivalent of Vishnu, but it's represented. You'll see where it is used. The next is the Lahari of her beauty, eyes the Karunamayi, then her sweet speech, then of her bosoms, which feeds the entire universe, of her waist, then of her heart, Karuna, that flows like waves. We shall now see the 4 hastas of Chaturtham that is mentioned in the Mandokya Upanishad. The first one is Jagrit. The second one is Swapna. Third one is Sushupti, which is deep consciousness, deep sleep. The fourth one is Turiya, the state of Parabrahma. Another 2 instances that you will see is one Devi coming out of a Homa Kunda, born out of the Chit Shakti of many sages. The next one is Sri Lalita Tripura Sundari, who is represented in the Bindu of the Sri Chakra. Thank you. We'll be moving to the full presentation.
आ आ शिवं शिवं शान्तं 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 अद्वैतं 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 चतुर्थं 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 नित्यमुक्तं 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 सच्चिदानन्दं 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 शिवोऽहं 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 शक्ति इच्छा इच्छा ज्ञान ज्ञान क्रिया 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 विमर्शा 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 जननी 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 ललिता 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 त्रिपुर सुंदरी सुंदरी त्रिपुर सुंदरी त्रिपुर सुंदरी त्रिपुरा सुंदरी 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 त्रिपुर सुंदरी सौंदर्य लहरी सौंदर्य लहरी सौंदर्य लहरी सौंदर्य लहरी सौंदर्य लहरी सौंदर्य लहरी लहरी शिव शक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति यदि भवति यदि भवति शक्तः प्रभवितुं 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 न चेदेवं देवो 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 न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि न खलु कुशलः न खलु कुशलः न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि 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 अतस्त्वाम् आराध्याम् आराध्याम् हरि 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 हर विरिञ्चः आदिभिरपि आदिभिरपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथम् अकृतपुण्यः कथम् अकृतपुण्यः प्रभवति 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 आ तनीयां सम्पांसुं तनीयां सम्पांसुं तव चरण पङ्केरुहभवम् तव चरण पङ्केरुहभवम् विरिञ्चि सञ्चिन्वन् विरिञ्चि सञ्चिन्वन् विरचयति विरचयति लोकान् अविकलम् लोकान् अविकलम् लोकान् अविकलम् वहत्येनं शौरिः वहत्येनं शौरिः कथमपि सहस्रेण शिरसा कथमपि सहस्रेण शिरसा हरसंक्षुद्यैनं भजति हरसंक्षुद्यैनं भजति भसितो धूलन विधिं भसितो धूलन विधिं 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 आ आ अन्तः तिमिरमिहिर द्वीप नगरी अन्तः तिमिरमिहिर द्वीप नगरी जडानां चैतन्यस्तबक 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 मकरंद श्रुतिझरी मकरंद श्रुतिझरी मकरंद श्रुतिझरी दरिद्राणां 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 चिन्तामणि 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 गुणनिका गुणनिका जन्म जलधो जन्म जलधो जन्म जलधो निमग्नानां 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 दंष्ट्रा 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 मुररिपु 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 वराहस्य 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 भवति भवति भवति